Palmer. Recep. Pearce. Again, a nice layoff by Wright. Simple, but crisply done. Shearer. Gascoigne. Dixon. Driven cross and off the far post. Harmy came on as a sub 13 months ago. It's a good cross, and Walker struggling to get there. And the shot didn't come. Oh, and off the crossbar from Unal. It's not the best of passes. Gascoigne sort of took it second time around. And Gascoigne again. Lovely. Go! Wonderful. Right. Arrogant little flick from Gascoigne. Shearer coming in. Scores! Lovely goal. Lovely goal. And here's and it's over the top. Now, Harmy can hit them from this range. He did against San Marino, and the goalkeeper lost it, and Hakan scored from the follow-up. Good strike. Oh, and a good save too. It's a question of when he comes and dive, dive, dive. Gascoigne might go the other way. No, it's Pearce, and it's struck, and it's in. Right. Beautifully taken by Walker. And must be Gascoigne, thank you very much. Lovely break on the left side, and Gascoigne second of the evening.
After for England, 3 points out of 4, but they've now got a 3-month gap before San Marino. That's at Wembley on February the 17th.
Scotland have got to be mindful of staying onside from these. It was taken by Derek White, and nobody went deep for Scotland, but the fallout came for Gordon Jury, and that was close. Albertini, Bianchi. Oh, little ball in, Signori. Didn't square it far enough for Baggio. That was an opening for the Italians. Jury, and he's missed a great chance. And Paolo Maldini, one of the most experienced players in the world, holds his head because he knows that he presented Scotland with the best chance of the game. Lovely flick on by McStay. McCoist waiting in the centre, so is Jury. McCoist, Jury! Oh, he's missed that one as well. It came at him very quickly off McCoist. They're pushing up, and the flag stayed down. In trouble. Costa Curta's in trouble. McAllister's there, McCoist's there. And Gary McAllister had the chance. Bianchi, Manini. Onside, Aranio. Has he got the pace to lick McStay? And it's Aranio. Oh, good save, Gorham. The Rangers goalkeeper keeps Scotland in the World Cup.
Everybody in Group 1, even the Italians, are peering into the distance to catch a glimpse of pace-setter Switzerland. A goal in just 2 minutes, just what's needed against a team like Malta. Thomas Bickel had the freedom of Bern in which to score it. The Swiss had to scratch out the scoreline expected of them, though. Their second goal on the stroke of half-time was a little gem. It seemed to be bouncing away from Ciriaco Sforza, but he just waved his magic wand and brought the ball under his spell. Maltese keeper John Cruitt was still in a trance when the final goal arrived in the final minute. In the wacky world of goalkeeping blunders, that's a collector's item. Stéphane Chapuisat collected the goal that made it 3-0 at the end and made Switzerland's English-born coach Roy Hodgson one of the happiest in Europe.
Yes, the Swiss in pole position. Only 2 to qualify, remember. It's a little ominous looking there for Scotland, Alan.
Yeah, they're up against it. even though Switzerland are way out in front, I still fancy Italy and Portugal from that group. I think that Scotland have got to win the next 2 or 3 games to have any chance of qualifying. But Andy Roxburgh will have mixed emotions of the night.
Terry Yorath had the Belgians just where he wanted them during the last European Championship qualifiers, but in World Cup Group 4, Belgium in red are now the team where everybody wants to be.
Oh, it's in! Scollins has put the ball into the net, and that's exactly the start to the second half that Wales didn't want. Oh, it was a miss. There's a chance here. They can win it on goal. Is this going to be 2? Through the legs. Wales opened up there for a really soft goal by Mark de Grisse.
The 2 other main contenders in Wales' group met in Bucharest last weekend. Romania in yellow, Czechoslovakia in red. Romania in front thanks to the nimble run by Marius Lacatuș and the beady-eyed opportunism of goalscorer Ili Dumitrescu. The Romanians, who beat Wales 5-1, remember, often running again. But they were stopped in their tracks by a penalty award 11 minutes from time. Substitute Pavel Kučar cut down in his prime. A desperate swipe of a challenge that was never going to get the ball. That finished up in the Romanian net, courtesy of Czech skipper Václav Nemeček. Neither team visits Wales until the decisive stages of the group next season. With the way Belgium have started, the rest could be playing for second spot. Peter Schmeichel had a wild night of it in Belfast, where Denmark weathered his windier moments to beat Northern Ireland. Every goalkeeper in the world gets caught by the cameras sooner or later. Defender Mark Reaper's clearance and some wayward Irish finishing ensured that it was all right on the night for Schmeichel and the Danes.
Here he comes, he's missed it! And so too did Taggart. And that was a good chance for Jerry Taggart.
Heinze gives it to Leithrup. Jensen, Paulsen,
Good effort! And what a goal! Henrik Larsson.
Denmark, Europe's boys of summer, scoring their first World Cup goal at their 4th attempt. Richard Møller-Nielsen's squad still seem to have that championship spirit. They haven't conceded a goal yet, but neither have the Republic of Ireland.
In the CONCACAF section of the World Cup qualifying groups, Mexico were at home to Costa Rica yesterday, with the Mexicans the informed side in Group A. Mexico had chances early in the match, but had to wait until 15 minutes into the second half before Luis Garcia opened the scores. And from then on, the floodgates opened. 64 minutes of the match had gone. Claudio Suarez made it 2-0 for Mexico. And just 1 minute later, Luis Garcia got on the score sheet for a second time, making it 3-0 with 65 minutes of the match already ticked by. And Jose de la Torre was to round up the scoring, making it 4-0 for Mexico. After 79 minutes, 4-0 then, the final score between Mexico and Costa Rica. Still in Group A, St. Vincent were at home to Honduras yesterday, and it was the visitors who were to come away with the points. We only have 2 goals to show you, I'm afraid, but I can tell you St. Vincent went down by the score of 4-0. Juan Flores scored twice in the first half, and goals from Suazo and Bena made this final score 4-0 for Honduras. And taking a look at that Group A, Mexico and Honduras leading. It wouldn't be a surprise to see Mexico go through. It looks a bit tighter between Honduras and Costa Rica. The first 2 teams qualify for the next phase. A group of 4 will then be formed with this group and Group B. The winner of that final group is sure of his place in the World Cup finals. The second will be involved in a playoff. Well, in Group B, we now know the names of the 2 teams who will go through to that next qualifying phase after El Salvador beat Jamaica in Kingston yesterday. Again, we don't have all the goals to show you. This strike by Milton Melavides made it 1-0 after 7 minutes, and he himself made it 2-0 in the second half. 2-0, the final score between El Salvador and Jamaica yesterday. And there is Group B. El Salvador and Canada are through now from that group. Jamaica can't catch either of those 2, so those 2 go through to the next phase. And as I've said,